All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Get in the weight room. Get the ball.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Play action. It's moved. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
To throw, move. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Move. Got a man, Slayton. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun. It's moved. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From the gun, here's Moon. Eluding the under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Moon to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes. We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It got his man complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Moon, catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, Moon. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. You go, night. Gotta go, night. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On first and 10, Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 50, Mike 50. All you get is a head.
Now Moon. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bucs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Moon. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Moon going for it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Spiller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Moon. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Moon. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. From the gun, Moon, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons' 1-yard line.
50, mark 50, mark 50. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's great. Check 50, check 50.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next to score, Buccaneers 17, Falcons 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Moon. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. Looks like he can win every battle.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Moon is going to fire one deep. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Ready?
On first down, it's Moon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again, Moon. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now a first down throw. Moon. Catch is made. It's Harmon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
2nd and 5. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, 50 the mic, 50.
Looking to throw. Moon. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out. The back.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
58, right up the go.
They'll set up the throw. He completes it to Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They're going to look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the
touchdown, Falcons! Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
Look at me.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run on first down. Stafford, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. On second down, here's Moon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Boom, boom.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. So we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Moon. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harmon. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Stafford. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score
well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. past the 20. It's caught by Jennings. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. He'll look to throw. This is Jennings. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's off. Unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Whip, 80 weapons. Watch the whip. Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
3rd and 8.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, Moon. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Moon. Quick hitch, complete. It's Harmon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, Stafford. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be 3rd and 5. Moon to throw. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Stafford. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stafford. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On third down, Moon. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Stafford, he's got the first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Slayton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, here's Moon. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Moon. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Set up, 50, plant. And watch the leg.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And whistles, and they take... Their final timeout was 7 seconds left. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 53 is the mic. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, it's Moon. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Moon. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year,